Yes.
One people who said what I think. No, before you go on, please just go back to that slide. Conversation. One structure for us to see this. Now, when we so that's why this disconnect has been. As a people, we have a leader that has been able to successfully model. If we, just look at the way this program has been structured, if it is good, giving us a standard of living that is actually a. But if now all of us are complaining, Boko Haram, terrorism, nepotism, injustice, we are not enjoying it. It's not a good sense. The provision of a good society is the end purpose of any government. What does that mean? That means that no matter what the government does, its cardinal goal is to create a good society. A government can do 1,001 things. That a government can do 1,001 things. Or until the government is able to create a good society, it has not actually done anything. So, now, let's now go down to the practical work. Number one, the good society. The good society permits some of its members to live a good life. That's Aristotle. According to Hobbes, the good society provides sufficient order to allow material progress. The good society provides sufficient order to allow material progress. Next, the good society guarantees life, not death, that we are having in Nigeria. It guarantees life and it guarantees property. You can and see what is happening in Jos. As possible, a condition of and equality that woman can't enjoy in the state of nature. It guarantees the natural rights of all its members without regard to their race, to their sex, their religion, their class, Martin Luther King. And it is merely absolute economic equality. Next. There is no way a topic like this is a good society. Because we need to know a good society, first of all. There is no way in a free society to force all citizens to share the same ultimate vision. However, that is fear. Just okay. Because you and someone else talked about still on the good society. A good society is what society aim to build it around us. Number one, equality. Number two, mercy. Sustainability. Society is good if it benefits that guarantees its
What are the marks of society? What are the marks of good society? Things that you know and see and be able to say this is a good society. What are the things that you will know and see and be able to say yes, this is a good society? Number one, justice. Number two, equity. Number three, rule of law. Rule of law. I was listening to Granifei. No, sorry. Either Chinese or Channel. It was a nice program. I said he's a lawyer. We always follow a lawyer. He said people talk about rule of law. So, but there's something he always asking them about who makes the rule. Number two, who makes the law. Because there's something we don't understand about the Nigerian constitution. He said the National Assembly make law. He said make a law that does not favor them. He said so the law should favor Nigerians. The next is right to private property. The next is right to private property. The next is concern for good citizenship. The next is concern for good citizenship. So we have equality versus equity. How many of us know where we discuss this thing? How many of us were in the class? Okay, you were in the class. Okay. Equality versus equity is what we are looking at. But one of the discussion we had is that yes, equality means you give people equal opportunity. Equity means you give people opportunity based on their needs. I was now proposing that instead of all these things, why not just remove the barriers? And another argument that came up was that the barrier does not have to be necessarily physical. It can be social. It can be mental. It can be any other. Then let's look at some great philosophers and their thoughts on the good society. All of us have heard of Aristotle before. Who is Aristotle? Aristotle was a Greek philosopher during the classical period in ancient Greece. He is said to be one of the greatest intellectual features of Western history. His contribution spans biology, botany, chemistry, ethics, history, logic, politics. One man. You know anatomy of human body, you know plants, you know chemicals, you know ethics, you know history, you know logic, you know politics, psychology, and many others. Now, what is Aristotle's position on the good society? What is Aristotle's position on the good society? What is Aristotle's position on the good society? Number one, it permits some of its members to live their good life. Number two, human beings are social beings. Human beings are social beings, and so cannot live alone, and we need to consider other people. Having friends and living in a just society greatly increases the chances of having good lives. And lastly, justice is fundamental in binding people together. How many of us agree? Okay, now that takes us to what Femi Falana said. Number one, does the government serve the common good? Now let's start this together. Government serve the common good, or does it serve the selfish interest of those in power? Let's answer it. Yes. Does the government on the power of the ruler made in such a way that the are making? Say is that the rule that we are using in Nigeria, do we the citizens have a part in what that rule is going to be? Let's answer. No. Now, when they said that presidential election form should be how many billion? 100 million. How can anybody have 100 million? So imagine if Taiwo now wants to contest to be a president. That was 100 million. If you have 100 million, you think he'll be seated there? If you have 100 million, will you be here? You will not likely be here. Okay, so if the government is constitutional, is that constitution just? And are the laws made by that government just? Now, these are some of the questions we should ask ourselves. Moving on. Now, let's look at democracy. Before we look at democracy, I love to also always say this thing. Is democracy the best system? Is democracy the best system of government? No. Yeah, I just wanted some sample opinion, not everybody's opinion. Is democracy the best system of government? Right, no. So what is the best system of government?
I don't think democracy is the best system of government. Why? Because, thank you. So I can't really come to a point where I select the best system of government.
Okay.
Well, personally for me, I do not think democracy is the best system of government because how how are we sure that every single person can make the best decisions? Looking at it, I believe that our leadership or our leaders are a reflection of ourselves. I think I had Pastor Sam and Yemi say something at some point in time that if armed robbers wanted to pick a leader, they would not pick a police officer. They would pick an armed robber. And that is a kind of opportunity that democracy puts us in. So even if I'm sure that I can select the best leader to lead the country, how am I sure of 14 million other people that do not even have the same exposure as I do, or do not have the level of education that I have? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that contribution. Any other arguments? Okay. So we should not entertain another argument again.
No, we can.
Okay. No, I'm just yeah. I strongly believe that what works for every country is going to be dependent on the people of the country. I think I'm a firm believer of that, really. And now, of course, we'll look at some of those things. We'll look at the limitation of democracy. Democracy is better or is best in a country that is already having a degree of justice. Because when you want people to decide to vote, some people will not, I don't know how best to put it. And I think I love the example that he gave about policemen, armed robbers voting for a policeman. Now, the next is characteristics of democracy. What are the characteristics of democracy? Number one, citizen rule. Number one, citizens rule. That means that the citizens have the opportunity to participate in governance. Number two, majority rule. It means in democracy, majority carries the vote. But the problem is that if the majority are bad, the bad people carry the vote. Which is what Bright also said, that if in a society of 100 people, 70 are thieves, if they vote 1 million times, who will be the president? A thief. Why? Because the majority are thieves. Next is the limitation of lawmakers. Next is citizenship participation and flexibility. Another one is free elections. Free elections. Voted and they didn't see the difference. Problem with the community vote. And people not voting now gives them
Now, 10 years back, it was not like that.